Now, a new exhibition has opened in Canberra, and it's promising to be a spectacularly immersive experience which transports visitors through time and space. Let's have a look.
Connection is a new exhibition that wants to do just that. Connect you to the ancient Indigenous storylines which map and crisscross the nation. It's a digital exhibition that links the dreamtime to the present while looking to the future. Promising to be multi-sensory, the latest offering of the National Museum of Australia builds on the runaway success of songlines tracking the Seven Sisters. That exhibition, which tracks 5 Indigenous songlines across the vast western and central deserts, is opening in Berlin next week before heading to Paris in the new year. Connection continues the immersive storytelling of its predecessor, and we'll see moving visual depictions teamed with a soundtrack from some of Australia's leading Indigenous musicians.
Oh, so beautiful.
Wow.
Looks
incredible,
stunning.
isn't it? Well, Margo Neale is the National Museum's lead Indigenous curator and academic, and has been pivotal in working with communities and artists to bring this exhibition to life. And Margo joins us now from Canberra. Welcome to Weekend Breakfast.
Thank you, Dan. It's great to talk to you.
Margo,
again.
Looking at that, the artworks come to life. They're not simply on a canvas that is on a wall. They are around us and springing to life.
Well, you know, it's what I would call an embodied experience, which aligns actually very well with our traditional ways of teaching and learning, or knowing and being, in fact, is through the body. Our main sort of transmission of knowledge was always through the performative aspects. So though some might think this is a long way from bark paintings and static paintings on walls, it is closer. The performative, cinematic, it's sort of mystifying, it engages all your senses, even if you don't want to.
Well, this is art not as a destination or an item, but this is art about the journey, isn't it? It's about the story that it takes us on and tells us along the way. Yeah,
well, it's not a linear journey. It's as you said in the introduction, it's about time, space, and place, which is all kind of, you know, coming at you, if you like, from all directions, through all senses. Over the loop is about 35 minutes, but in that time, you receive, you know, some 500 images, you know, and some 25 soundtracks from 100 artists. So, you know, it's immersive and it's palpitating, and it's just the way human beings are most regulated to receive and experience knowledge.
Margo, your exhibitions have really shifted the die on how First Nations stories are told and how we are all invited to be a part of it. When you step into this world of thinking about a new exhibition, a new show, how do you start to frame that?
Well, I think you've got to dig down to what these stories are really about. Now, the Western system is different. You know, the Western system is not an embodied knowledge system. It's not as ancient. It's very structured and linear. Whereas there's 2 points. There's that point. So what we do is entirely differently. As I said, it's performative. It's human-based. It's multifaceted. And it's not. Don't forget, traditionally, it's not text-based. It's an oral culture, and so all this multi-sensory, digital immersiveness is so up our alley. So it's a perfect time. And secondly, you know, I have a big thing about, if we're going to live in this country together, all peoples, then you need to know your story beyond the last 250 years. You need to see yourself as a beneficiary of everything that's happened on this continent since the beginning of time. You are a beneficiary, you are a legatee, and therefore you have responsibility to not only know it, but to feel it and to have a responsibility for protecting and maintaining it. And the zeitgeist now with the Uluru Statement, where everyone's invited to be part of the conversation. The moons have lined up. This is the time. The culture of Australia, the foundational culture of Australia, has a place to go in the hearts of everybody.
Margo, we've got just under a minute left. Sorry to crunch you, but this is an invitation,
right.
isn't it? This is
you need to crunch me.
Well, probably likewise for me, but this is an invitation to the nation, isn't it?
Yep. Nation. Yep. The nation and beyond.
Margo, look, thank you so much for sharing this with us, for imparting this, and good luck on the overseas tour of Songlines, your last exhibition. Can't wait to see what you do next and have more yarns about it. Margo Neale there from the National Museum.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. Thanks.
It's a lovely invitation I think we should all take up. And this is just going to go all over the world. It'll be fantastic.
With that beautiful generosity that we had and heard from the Uluru Statement as well, where First Nations leaders from across the nation saying this is about the journey ahead and we're all part of that. As Margo just said, we've all got to know the story further back than 250 years. This is the thousands of years is all of our stories. So it's so generous and so lovely to share that with everyone this morning.